Well, hello there. Thank you for joining. It's Gio here from Manga Geekdom. Today, I bring you my first video shot in 2026, and I'm so happy to have you here with me. We're going to go over all the fun stuff that's coming out in the year that I'm excited for. The gimmick, of course, was to discuss 30 some, 40, 50 different manga volumes that are coming out. One, that's too much. Two, we don't really know all that's coming out this year. We have info for like 6 or 7 months of manga releases. So maybe at some point during the summer, I'll make a part two and talk about all the fall releases. For now, I'll stick with the gimmicks and do 26 manga volumes that I'm checking out or that I think people will be excited about and will be a hit. Either way, let's go through them. I am a massive Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai fan. That is my favorite thing out of the Dragon Quest media franchise. And I was so sad and disappointed when Viz seemingly canceled, or not canceled, I should say just stopped getting the Dai manga. They only licensed the first 5 of the perfect editions, and I assumed it was going to be the whole thing, but no, they were just testing the waters. Thankfully, the community backed it up, and they were asking for more, and Viz said, you know what, let's pony up and release the whole thing, so we're getting Volume 6 finally of this awesome manga series. Magical Girl Dandelion Volume 1. This caused a huge scene when it came out, and I'm excited to check it out. I love dysfunctional new takes on Magical Girl series, and this is one of them, and I'm so excited to check that out. We are also getting Cocoon. This is by Machiko Kyo, and I've heard great things about it. This drama about these girls that are plucked away from school to participate in the war effort in World War II and in the medical field. And now they have to sort of leave that behind and try to go back to their homes. Of course, witnessing all the tragedy and brutality of war, and that can't be good, right? From one of my favorite mangaka, Paru Itagaki, Viz licensed Taika's Reason. This one's weird, which is the norm for Paru Itagaki books. This one tells the story of pets that get humanized. So the dog ends up mauling the protagonist's father. So instead of being put to sleep, he gets humanized, and now he's the dog that you see in the cover of the first volume. And in the main character's school, I believe her name is Ao, there's blood on her locker, so the dog along with another one are trying to solve the case and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty bonkers, I think. Half is more from Yoiko Fujimi. This caused a stir on the internet for all the wrong reasons, and I'm not going to go over that. That's a video for another day, and the implications of that. I'm just going to say that I'm interested in different stories, in hearing about people and their different perspective on lives and the struggles that they go through, and the inspiration of rising above difficult times. And this book is about that. A mixed-race individual living in Japan, being a Japanese citizen, and the stigmas and racism and discrimination that happens as a result. That sounds really interesting, really mature subject matter that doesn't get discussed, doesn't get featured in comics in general. Definitely want to check that out. From Kana and Abrams Publishing, we're getting Belly Bat from Naoki Urasawa. For so long have people been asking for this book. They've asked Viz multiple times because they have a bunch of the Naoki Urasawa books, but it took a lot of time and effort, and Kana stepped up to the plate and licensed the thing. Hell yeah. Also from Kana, we are finally getting Jagan. That was one of my most wanted licenses for a while. It's a good monster fighting super heroics type manga that I think will sell extremely well in the West. I cannot wait to check out Jagan officially in English. Betrothed to a Fox Demon. This is by Anju Hino, and this is essentially a battle shonen with fox mythology, with yokai and all that stuff. I'm excited. We rarely get yokai manga in English these days. They're focusing on other stuff, so when we do get stuff like this, I'm sure to check it out. After a cat-shaped alien survivor named Mumu infiltrates Earth to study its home appliances as remnants of lost advanced technology, college freshman Sakurako becomes his unlikely partner. Together they stumble through bizarre sci-fi hijinks and an unexpectedly chaotic campus life. From Seven Seas, we have the Die Dark Collector's Edition hardcover omnibus. That's a long-ass title, but essentially, if you like Kyu Hayashida and her work in Dorohedoro, I highly recommend checking out Die Dark. It is just as funny, witty, but also grungy, dark, action-packed at times, and it's a lot of fun. From Seven Seas, we're also getting The Delinquent and the Transfer Student. I have been told great things about this. This is by Fujichika, and of course, as the name implies, it is this romantic comedy about these two girls that could be further apart, and now they find common ground in friendship and potential love by, befriending each other and all the daily hijinks going to school. Well, one of them, because the other one's a delinquent, but you know what I mean. Also from Seven Seas, Ghost and Witch, Volume 1. This is by Kore Yamazaki. This is the same creator from The Ancient Magus Bride, which I think, even though it's famous, I still think that's a heavily underrated series. I would like to see them put that out in a deluxe format. I think it would sell really well. But we're here to talk about Ghost and Witch, which is about this girl, coming of age fantastical tale about a girl and the being possessing her as they travel around the vast country of Ireland. From Seven Seas, we have something really cool that kind of reminded me of Image Comics and stuff like Something's Killing the Children from Boom Studios, stuff like that. We have Tonight I Have a Date with a Serial Killer. This is by Kon Iguchi. It's a police officer searching for a serial killer, and he finds himself partnering up with this young girl, a 20-year-old girl that has sort of a sixth sense to track down, sniff out the bad guys, so they're gonna team up to do that. I think that's pretty badass. Intermission time. Let me know in the comment section down below which is your #1 most anticipated thing in 2026. Write it down below. Video games. I am a gamer. When I'm not reading manga, I play some video games. There are a couple that I wanted to feature on this video that I'm really excited for. The first one here is Deca Police. I think it looks fantastic. That mix of cyberpunk with the anime vibes, I'm there for it. We have the Batman Lego game, Legacy of the Dark Knight. That is going to be a lot of fun to go through the history of the Dark Knight from the comics and the live action stuff, and of course the video games and the animated stuff as well. Can't wait. Speaking of superheroes, we have Insomniac's Marvel's Wolverine. Hell yeah, in all its bloody glory, finally playing as Logan, mowing down the enemies. That is going to be a lot of fun and extremely violent. We have Pragmata from Capcom. It's always great when we get a new IP from a beloved company. I'm a huge fan of Capcom games and cannot wait to check out Pragmata. It looks pretty interesting, even though I don't know what is happening in most of the trailers. But still, I like the futuristic aspect with the robots and superpowered stuff. Can't wait for that either. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, I believe is the name of the video game. I am a fan of the Layton games. I used to play them on the DS. I have a couple of them still to this day. I love me some puzzle games, and to have this franchise back on the Switch is going to be really cool. We did have one back in the day, but I don't think it did well, and it's been a minute since we've had a new one, so happy about that. Samurai Pizza Cat's Blast from the Past. I like that we're mixing a beloved children's cartoon with the Cuphead aesthetic, with the railgun action. I think it looks really fun, and come on, it's Samurai Pizza Cats. How could you not say no to that? Tanuki Pond's Summer. Getting to play as a tanuki delivering mail in rural Japan is fantastic. I am so excited. He looks so adorable. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Yes, please. I was not expecting a full HD remake of the first game. I am a massive Tomb Raider fan. I love the original trilogy on PS1. Can't wait to go back into this world. Hell yeah. And last but not least, we got Pokemon Pokopia. If there's something you need to know about me, is that I am a massive Pokemon fan. That is my favorite franchise of all time. And to mix Animal Crossing, which is another franchise that I love, with Pokemon is genius. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, super relaxing, and adorable as heck. Also, it is the 30th anniversary. I keep wishing for this to happen, but please, Game Freak, Pokemon Company, Nintendo, hear me out. Please put the older games in the Switch somehow. Physical cartridge, eShop, Nintendo Switch Online, I don't care. Whatever it takes, just put them on there. I'll buy them again. I'm a sucker. I'll do it. Please. I want to replay those games without having to spend so much cash to get the original Game Boy cartridges and stuff. Please. We got some movies, folks. This time we're going to talk about some of my most anticipated movie releases in 2026. The first one here is The Bride, that I think looks fantastic. This mishmash of 20s and 30s culture with the Bonnie and Clyde aesthetic, I think fits fantastically well with The Bride of Frankenstein. I can't wait. This looks amazing. We got Disclosure Day. I'm a big Steven Spielberg fan and I love alien movies, and I'm also a fan of Emily Blunt, so it's a perfect combination. I can't wait for that either. We got Hoppers, the new Pixar movie. Pixar hasn't been hot as of late, but I hope this brings them back into the forefront of animation. We got Project Hail Mary. This has also 3 things that I like: aliens, post-apocalyptic scenarios, and Ryan Gosling. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. I read The Odyssey as a kid. I enjoyed it. It fueled my imagination. Will this movie do the same? Probably not. But I'm a sucker for the story and I want to see a new adaptation of it. I will ignore the historical inaccuracies with the clothing and the modes of transportation and all that stuff and just enjoy the movie for what it is. We have a couple video game movies. Mortal Kombat 2. Heck yeah, I love the first one. I don't care. Even with Cole, the original character nobody wanted. This one will probably have even more fighting, more blood and guts being spilled. That's the whole purpose of Mortal Kombat. I don't even care that we might not see a tournament, although we probably will. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure Scorpion's going to show up and do his thing. We're going to get a lot of fan servicey stuff. And yeah, Mortal Kombat, baby. Let's go. I'm a fan of the original trilogy. Not so much the newer stuff, but those first 3 games, perfection. Speaking of fighting games, how cool is it that we're getting Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter in the same year? Street Fighter looks ridiculous, very stupid, but if there's one thing you need to know is that growing up I had 2 video game crushes, Chun-Li and Samus from Metroid. So I will be there to represent. I need to back up my girl Chun-Li, and I hope at least she's great in the movie. Everything else looks really ridiculous. The movie seems to be poking fun of itself and the franchise, and it's not taking itself too seriously, so why should I do the same? I'm just gonna have fun with it. Super Mario Galaxy. Definitely watching that. I am a huge Mario fan, been so all my life. I'm happy to see the Galaxy games adapted and Rosalina and all that fun stuff. Brie Larson as Rosalina, that should be interesting. Can't wait. Need to check that out as well. We got 2 superhero movies. The first one is Spider-Man Brand New Day. I cannot wait. Another thing you need to know about me is that I'm a massive Scorpion fan. That is my favorite Spider-Man villain, and he is finally showing up in a superhero movie, and I am dying to see that guy. I love the Scorpion character, and I've been waiting for so long. We had Matt Gargan in the Homecoming movie, but we're getting the Scorpion for real this time. I have my reservations with the film. I think it's going to be a little bit messy with so many characters. I just hope that at least Scorpion has done well, just to fulfill that dream of mine of having my favorite Spider-Man villain in a live-action movie. Please. And you know I had to do it. Avengers Doomsday is my most anticipated film of 2026. We are finally getting Doctor Doom in live action, properly done this time. I can't wait. I don't care about the state of the MCU. I don't care about whether it's good or bad or whether it's earned that we're getting Doctor Doom. I'm just happy to see the guy. I am so excited that we get this feels like a true Marvel event. Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Wakanda, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, all these properties coming together to fight one of the best comic book villains of all time. 100%. Lock me in for that one. Can't wait. Hell frickin' yes. It's going to make $1 billion. You're going to see it. I'm going to see it. We're going to have fun with it and not complain. All right, folks, back to the manga countdown with the remaining 13 volumes. Let's do it. From Manga Mavericks, we have Sinbad by Atsuji Yamamoto. This is essentially a contemporary reimagining of Sinbad, or an adaptation of Sinbad, I should say, with more manga aesthetics and tropes to be had and a lot of comedy hijinks. But still, it's pretty awesome to have this series in English. From Manga Mavericks, we are also getting Fish God Volume 1, and I do have to read the description for this one because it sounds pretty badass. This is by Clona. It's a 3-volume series, and it is a world that is infested by kaigyo, fish that walk on land, eat concrete, and destroy buildings. Their typical behavior is bizarre enough, but 10 years ago, Niche witnessed these pests become murderers while under the command of a mystery person clad in black, and they ate his parents whole. Oh man. He takes on a job exterminating the fish while looking for leads, but instead finds a strange woman eating the poisonous kaigyo flesh. That sounds awesome. I need to check this out. From Manga Mavericks, we have Path from Tanuki Temple. This is by Shinkuru Koma, and it's a full-colored 6-volume series that will be collected into 3 volumes in English, and it tells of Kinuta Village and the princess there who lives with Tanuki, Princess Kikyo, bored with her leisurely days in the lap of luxury, and takes her yearning for adventure on the road with a dancer named Yugao. However, the human world isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and Kikyo is going to need more than her wits and scrappiness to survive. We have the Mars hardcover, Volume 1 from Kodansha. This is by Fuyumi Soryo, a drama, romance, shoujo that a lot of people are excited for. This was out of print for years, and finally it came out. Last year they surprised everybody by announcing the 30th anniversary edition hardcover, and this will be 8 2-in-1 hardcovers with new translations and a glittering metallic cover with new cover illustrations by the series creator. That is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. Also from Kodansha, we have Magical Karina Volume 1. This is by Koyuri Tono. It's a drama magical girl shoujo series. I am really excited about this one. I wrote here that it comes out in May, and it's about this girl that she's thrust into this world of being a magical girl while also having a pretty crappy life, taking care of family members, working and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, these monsters show up, so she's got to fight for her life and escape death itself. I think that sounds pretty badass, and I want to check it out. I'm a big Magical Girl fan, so yeah. From Kodansha, we have the Ghost in the Shell Legacy Edition box set. This comes out in February. I need to rant for a minute, okay? I am not a fan of those stupid box sets where all you get is a flimsy mini poster that's folded out that you're not going to use. And it's just the volumes thrown into one chipboard box or whatever cardboard they're using. And that's it. And you slap on a big ticket price item on it. And people go nuts over that stuff. I don't. I think if it's a box set, it should be a really clever design. It should have really cool features inside. Make it worth the money and the time of getting something deluxe. Yen Press does a really good job at this with their box sets. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, Fruits Basket, the Delicious in Dungeon one, so on and so forth. Viz, on the other hand, I've been pretty disappointed with theirs, but now we have Kodansha doing the Ghost in the Shell box set with a lot of features. So we are getting a premium slipcase featuring 2 brand new illustrations by Shiro Masamune, created exclusively for the box set, 1 new piece of 10 posters from the rare, limited Cyberdelics box set, never before released in English, that was from the late 90s, reproduced in new versions featuring a staggering range of special print effects, including etched metallic paper, vinyl stock, and holographic spot gloss. The new 10-inch wide posters come rolled, not folded, thank you, and packed in a rigid box inside the slipcase for added protection. A set of multicolored Fujikoma robot stickers, and a double-sided poster from Masamune's explanation of his artistic process and the poster art never before translated into English. Oh, and it also contains all of Ghost in the Shell in manga form. So you're getting the 1991 series, the 1.5 Human Error Processor series from 2003, and Ghost in the Shell 2 Man-Machine Interface from 2001. From Kodansha, we're getting Witch Hat Atelier Grimoire edition. This is a deluxe keepsake quality hardcover, which includes the first 3 volumes of the acclaimed fantasy manga. This also has exclusive bonus content, gold foil covers, and it's printed on premium paper with all the color pages, bonus content in a special large size. I like Witch Hat Atelier. I did not keep up with it, but I will be reading it now in this larger format. So don't get the box sets, don't get the other editions that were announced, get the Grimoire one, please. From Harold Sakuichi, one of everybody's favorite darling from the mid-2000s, and that is Beck. We're getting the omnibus editions, 2-in-1 from Kodansha. Hell yeah. This is a fantastic coming-of-age music series that you need to check out. A lot of people know it for the anime, and they might have not read the manga, so it's going to be interesting to see how well it does, but I suspect a lot of people will buy it. There's a lot of hype for Beck. From Kodansha, this is probably one of my top books here. It is Wicked Spot from Sal Jian. I hope I said that correctly. It's about a witch, a modernized witch, and in the age of social media, doing magic and all this stuff, and becoming sort of a celebrity, and all the cool stuff that happens with that. Eventually, she has a hater that interacts with her more and more, and the two, I guess, go off on a weird adventure. I don't know. I like dysfunctional stories like that. Can't wait for a Wicked Spot, especially the art. I love the cover for the first volume. Dark Horse is also matching Kodansha and the rest of the publishers. We got 2 epic releases from them that I'm really excited about. The first one is Appleseed. I am a hater of Appleseed anime art. I heavily dislike it. But other side of the coin is that I love the art of Appleseed the manga, and I'm a big Shiro Masamune fan. So hell yes, I will be picking up this deluxe hardcover of Appleseed. This one features a wraparound 6-color cover art printed on silver foil to express the future aesthetic, 4-color end sheets, sewn in bookmark, color metallic edge gilding on pages, and of course it collects all of Appleseed, Volume 1, The Promethean Challenge, Volume 2, Prometheus Unbound, Volume 3, The Scales of Prometheus, and Volume 4, The Promethean Balance. You might remember John Terrashine with Titan Manga putting out Witch of Thistle Castle. That was 4 volumes. I really enjoyed that series. Well, now we have a new Intermission comic, and that is The Credits Roll into the Sea. And the surprise here is that it is Dark Horse's first shoujo release. I can't wait. This josei manga, I should say, looks really fantastic, and I might have sailed the high seas reading a little bit of it online, so I think I went through half of the story and can honestly say it is a fantastic slice of life of this older woman grieving the loss of her husband and finding a new passion in her life in a late stage of her life through filmmaking. And she befriends this young student who is rising up in the world of independent filmmaking, and the two sort of hit it off, and they'll collaborate to make some wonderful art together. From Yen Press, we have Kuro. This is an all-in-one, 3-in-1 omnibus collection featuring full-colored artwork, and it's about this young girl living in this mansion, and weird stuff happens, but she's got her odd black pet cat who may not be a cat and actually is sort of this eldritch monster that is guarding her and the house. Sounds pretty cool. From Yen Press, we have You Can't Escape from Mizudako-chan, which I think looks really fun. You see the cover and you look at this girl and you think, how is this one of the most anticipated ones? Well, I like the dysfunctional aspect of her potentially being this super creepy monster girl that is out to potentially murder everyone and eat everyone alive. She has tentacle ponytails, and the main protagonist in the series, this young boy, keeps her in line, which stops her from murdering everybody. So it's a dark comedy of sorts. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it gets an anime, because this is the type of story that I think would do well with animation as a whole. Man, that was a long ass video. Thank you so much for joining. I truly do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with it. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is a new venture for me, and look forward to more videos in the near future. This was sort of a practice run of being on camera for an extended period of time, so I hope you weren't too bothered by that. I will be back with another video soon, so thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of Manga Geekdom. If you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description down below. And if you want to become a channel member, you can do so as well. I'd appreciate it. So that is going to be it for now. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.